wondered if something was alive or not? We all know that we're alive, but what exactly does that mean? Well, today we're going to go over some characteristics of life to help us figure it all out.
The cell theory states that all living organisms are made of one or more cells. Some organisms are unicellular, so they can only be made of one cell, like an amoeba or bacteria. That's easy to remember since uni means one. Other organisms, like trees and flowers, zebras and fish, and even humans, are multicellular because we are made of many cells. That's also easy to remember since multi means many, which means that we are all made of more than one cell. All cells have the instructions for the rest of the characteristics in its DNA. If you have cells like plants, animals, parents, and babies, then you have DNA. I'm alive because I am able to reproduce. Wait a minute, not like that. All living things reproduce, so all life can continue. The hydra buds. The seeds from a dandelion will reproduce more dandelions in just a matter of time. We can take the seeds out of this cantaloupe, plant them in the ground, and make more cantaloupe. Humans can also reproduce. I am the parent, and my baby is an offspring. A parent giraffe can also reproduce a baby giraffe, which is also called the offspring. Check out all these baby ducks with their parents. Aren't they so cute? I'm alive because I'm able to grow. Not that quickly.
As my children grew, I kept track of their height by the store. They used to get so excited to see the line go higher than the one before. We also know that plants, like grass, get taller because we have to cut the grass during the summer.
All living things develop. Here you can see how the caterpillar changes into a butterfly during the butterfly life cycle. Each stage looks totally different. Babies also change as they develop. First, adults have to hold a baby. Next, they learn to roll over so they can crawl. Finally, they are able to walk by themselves. All living things have a lifespan. All living things grow and mature and eventually die. The length of time that this happens varies. Sometimes it's a long time, and sometimes it's only a few days. The length of time an organism is expected to live is different for every living thing. All living things obtain and use energy. All living things have their own way of getting their own energy. Most life on Earth gets its energy from the sun. Plants are autotrophs, which means they produce their own food from the sun through a process called photosynthesis. Animals are heterotrophs, which means that they need to eat something to create their energy.
Don't forget that humans need energy too. My parents always told me that it was important to eat my veggies when I was growing up. Not only do they give me energy, but they're delicious too. Check out this carrot. If it's good enough for a rabbit, then it's good enough to give me energy too.
Sometimes we get tired after exercising. That might mean we need to eat more food because we've used up all of our energy. I sure hope a shark doesn't eat me to get more energy. All living things move. There are lots of ways to move. I sometimes run during PE class. Fish swim, birds fly, and my dog loves to jump. All living things respond to stimuli. I'm really scared of snakes, so I might scream when I see one. You may remember cause and effect from your English class. The snake caused me to yell since I was scared. My reaction to the snake makes me alive. When I scream, it confirms that I'm alive.
Keep in mind that another way of saying this is that all living things respond to the environment.
Even animals can be scared of humans. Homeostasis is defined as the process by which an organism maintains a stable internal environment, even though there were changes in external conditions. Maintaining a regular balance is so important for many biological processes to happen. Each living organism has its own set of ideal conditions in which it functions best. Take something simple like temperature. If we get too hot, we do things to cool ourselves down, like drinking ice water or staying in the shade. If we get too cold, the opposite is true. We might put on a coat to help keep us warm. As you run, your body begins to sweat. That helps you cool down. A final example is how your body works to maintain the same level of water and key nutrients. Notice that I've underlined a lot of similar words. Stay the same, to maintain steady, and to maintain the same level. If you notice some of these words in an example, chances are the characteristic of life is going to be homeostasis. All cells have feedback systems that help with this regulation.
Even a single-celled organism, like an amoeba, relies on its cell membrane to maintain homeostasis internally. All living things evolve and adapt. This is the only characteristic of life that happens over a long period of time and relates to an entire species, not an individual. Evolution is a gradual change in a population of organisms over time so that they can be better suited for the environment. As you continue to explore the characteristics of life, keep in mind that a living thing needs to have all of these characteristics in order to be alive, not just some of them. Go outside and see what you can discover.